This is Dr. Sufia Rahman, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to this international webinar on study and work in Germany. All the students who are exploring opportunities to study and build their career in one of the progressive European country, Germany offers a great destination to fulfill their dreams. Today we have panelists who are highly experienced career counselors and experts on international higher education opportunities in universities in Germany. Joining us live from Berlin, Germany is Mr. Imran Khan, who is Director of International Study and Career Counselor at Eurasia Institute of International Education, Germany. Hello, Mr. Imran, and welcome to the webinar.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sophia, and welcome to everyone. Pleasure to be with all of you.
And it's an honor for me to welcome Ms. Senia. She's an expert on higher education and intercultural communication. Welcome, Ms. Senia, to the webinar. And it's really a great honor for us to have you on the panel today. Also joining us in today's webinar is Dr. Nilanjan Mukherjee, Director, Center for Career Guidance and Development, Integral University, Lucknow. Welcome, sir. Our panelists will be, okay, thank you, sir. The panelists would be broadly covering up education system in Germany, popular fields of study, eligibility, and the language proficiency requirements to study, and post-study job opportunities in Germany, etc. I will now invite Dr. Nilanjan Mukherjee, Director CCGND, to elaborate more about Center for Career Guidance and Development's function and what this seminar is all about. Dr. Mukherjee.
Good morning, good afternoon to one and all. I welcome you on behalf of the Center for Career Guidance and Development to this international webinar at Integral University. At Integral University, the Center for Career Guidance and Development work towards supporting varied career aspirations of our students, right from starting your own career with a private organization. If you wish to seek your career in a government organization, whether you wish to start your own venture or study abroad further, the CCGND team is always there to guide you, train you, and support you towards desired success. Towards the above endeavor and to support students who seek to study and work abroad, we bring to you today this exclusive webinar on study and work in Germany. We are happy to have experts of this domain join us live from Berlin in Germany. Good morning and welcome to both the panelists, the eminent panelists. I'm sure this session will be of great help. Most welcome, our pleasure. I'm sure this session will be of great help to all our students seeking information and guidance to pursue further education in Germany and work opportunities thereafter. My best wishes for the success of this highly valuable session, and I give it now back to Ms. Sufia for furthering the proceedings. Dr. Sufia, please.
Thank you, Dr. Mukherjee. The first speaker in this webinar today is Ms. Senia. She's an expert on higher education and intercultural communication. She has a working experience from 4 continents, and she's passionate about helping students in setting up their academic goals and successfully achieving them. Over to Ms. Senia.
Welcome, everyone. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us today. It's our pleasure to be able to tell you about the opportunities that Germany offers for you in terms of education as well as work and settlement. And today we are going to talk not only about what Germany as a country has to offer in terms of education, but also in terms of why Germany in general has become such a popular destination for international students. And I hope by the end of the seminar, most or all of your questions hopefully will be answered. So to start the presentation, to start the talk today, I would like to tell you first of all about the benefits of studying in Germany and living in Germany and what kind of settlement opportunities you can get. First of all, let me tell you that Germany is a very safe country. The quality of life is very high in comparison to many other countries. And that's why Germany has become very popular among international students to start their life and career in Germany. I'm also going to share the screen with you. Imran, can they see my screen? I'm not sure. Germany has the fourth strongest economy in the world and is the strongest economy in Europe, which means that our economic center, our manufacturing opportunities are enormous. This also means that you guys can have lots of jobs available for you, both as students and also, of course, after graduation. Germany is very clean and it's very safe for everybody who is coming from all over the world as well. Germany has very convenient public transportation system, which on the one hand means that you have to be really punctual and start to learn some German habits, which means if you know that the bus comes, for example, at 10 o'clock and then you're late, then you're definitely late. But this also helps you to develop some organizational skills and to be able to follow with the German lifestyle in a good way. Germany, however, has an aging population, which means a lot of people go on the retirement and thus giving a lot of job placements available for younger generations. That's why we are now very interested in bringing lots of international students and professionals to our country to be able to also support us and contribute to our multicultural environment. Germany is very small, as you know. In comparison to India, we are very small, but we also have 16 states, and people in every state are also very proud of their culture, their dialect, and they're very much interested in sharing these traditions and cultural aspects with international students and with people around, as well as learning about other cultures and nationalities by welcoming them to Germany. The second aspect we'd like to talk about today is how affordable Germany is in comparison to other places. And it comes to several aspects. Germany is affordable for living. Whatever you spend as a student in Germany, let's say in Berlin, which is the capital of Germany, for 1 month, you can hardly live for 2 weeks on the same amount of money in London or any other big city in an English-speaking country. Germany has the highest standard of life, and that includes social system, medical service, and of course, state-funded education. And this is one of the major reasons why Germany has become very popular among international students. In most German universities, which are public, you do not have to pay anything for your education. This, of course, is very lucrative for the students who come from various countries. I hope you can see my screen now, and we have compiled such a comparison for you about life and studies in different places, which are traditionally the most popular destinations for students from India to study. As you can see, here the comparison includes US, Australia, Canada, and so on. These are the countries which, as we know, Indian students traditionally go to. However, if you compare the amounts that you need to spend on graduation, on undergrad programs, and on living, and then you can also see Germany. So you can see that it becomes a very lucrative destination for you, provided that you can also get opportunities for part-time job. This really gives you great chances to get state-funded education, which is worldwide recognized, without having to invest so much, and also being able to stay in Germany to look for a job. You guys can make a screenshot of this or save it somehow, and then you can also check if you don't believe us. But we really, really put some time into this to illustrate for you how much Germany is interested in having international students in our universities. Back to education, because we are here to know about education, right? And what Germany has to offer you in terms of studies. German degrees are highly recognized all over the world. It's not only in Germany that you can work after your graduation, but also, of course, in any other country. You don't, if you're an engineer or a businessman, you don't need to go through any kind of special examination or so on. You can just start working immediately. Germany has more than 400 different universities. Some of them are private universities, but most of them are public. This is what we are talking about today. And we offer about 18,000 degree programs on both undergraduate, graduate, and postgraduate levels. A lot of programs are offered in German language, of course, because that's our native language. However, you can also find programs which are English taught or hybrid programs, when you can study both in German and in English. And of course, knowing German can be an advantage for you if you want to settle down, to find a job, and so on. Most important about German education is that it's very practical, it's very practice oriented. That's what makes our education stand out in comparison to many other university systems or higher education systems around the world. Especially for that, universities have integrated internships in the curriculum so that students can immediately start learning things by doing instead of only just learning the theory. And the good news is many of these internships are also paid. So you will be able already to earn some money and experience while being a student. Why is this done? Because we want our education system and our labor market to go hand in hand so that students will already be able to start working right after graduation without needing extra training, because why do they go to university if they still need to get extra trained, right? So that's why internships and such projects as working students are also very popular. That's when the companies have special openings for students where they can also start training them to become um, uh, highly recognized and highly successful professionals. Now, the programs that the German universities offer vary tremendously. Of course, Germany is famous for technical programs, but it doesn't mean that for any other specialization there are very less programs. Still, if you want to study any kind of medical-oriented program or business or energy or find informatics, you can always find a program to your liking. And the job settlement as well, job placement. We have three types of universities in Germany, three main types. They are universities or technical universities. These are normally the biggest types of institutions, which not only include theory and practice, but also have a great focus on research. So if you're interested in developing some of your ideas or going for a PhD, then these universities will be more interesting for you. And these also are the universities that offer a lot of funding for research and helping you to develop your startup idea. For example, Technical University of Berlin has an enormous program for startups, and the students can already start doing that when they are still in the degree programs. And these universities are normally very big. Like TU Berlin has about 30,000 students on campus, which are, for a country like Germany, is a lot. And about 8,000 of the students are international students. So of course, every university is very welcoming. And it's not only because Germany really wants some work power, but also because we're very interested in learning and getting and sharing our experiences and ideas with students from abroad. The next type of universities is universities of applied sciences. These are universities where you get even more practical skills. You have internships, you have projects. In most of the universities, professors are also practitioners, so they bring their knowledge and expertise to the classroom, as well as you're always able to write your course paper or your thesis together with the company, where you can actually solve some real problem, issue, or uh, come up with some project which will be really practical and will really be applied in industry rather than speaking about theory. And the third type of universities is the private universities, where you can normally study business-oriented programs. Some of them, of course, offer some technical programs, but I would say that would be mostly business-oriented programs. Here you can see some of the most, I would say, popular universities among international students. And as you see, they will vary from some very popular names like TU Berlin or TU Munich or University of Heidelberg to some smaller universities like University of Applied Sciences Wildau or Coburg or Augsburg. It's important to remember that in Germany, we don't have a ranking as such. I'm sure that you guys are very used to having this American or British ranking where you need to go for the high ranked university. In Germany, we don't really have that because we believe that one university which offers incredible amount of programs cannot really be the best in everything. That's why when you choose a university, what we really recommend you to do is to look at the particular program that you want to study, because the program is what you really need to go after. That's choosing the right program determines how successful you will be. Let me just give you an example. Let's say mechanical engineering. Many of students are interested in this program because Germany is the leader in the automobile industry. But mechanical engineering, for students who did the bachelor's or BTech, let's say in India, can offer incredible opportunities. You can go for all kinds of masters afterwards. So in one university, you can go for masters, let's say in mechanical with specialization in mechatronics or automobile. And in another university, you can go for aviation and energy. So it's really important to see what program and what specialization, what internship opportunities the university gives you. And also most important for you to take out from this seminar today is that for employers, it doesn't really matter so much from which university you graduate as in comparison to what skills you really have. So your skills, your experiences is what will really matter when looking for a job rather than the name or the ranking of the university where you graduate from. So you can also again take a screenshot of this or a picture and see that lots of universities have very, very unique programs, especially small ones. Like for example, University of Applied Sciences Brandenburg offers a really great program in technical management. A lot of students after BTech also want to go for an MBA or a management program. And we believe that having already a technical background, building on that in management field is really good combination. So we created a special program for those students. So take a look also at some universities which you probably never heard about. It can really open some new doors for me. And now we'd like to tell you, of course, about what is it that you need to do to become a student in Germany. And trust me, it's not as difficult as it may seem. The eligibility criteria are very simple. If you complete your 12th grade, basically, you will go through the foundation program, and then you can go to the bachelor's program. The foundation program is necessary because you have to build up one more year, because schools in Germany are 13 years and in India they're 12 years. That's why you need to go through the foundation. During the foundation, you're already going through your stream of studies. If you want to go for engineering, it will be a technical stream. If you want to study business, it will be a business stream, and so on. Now, if you completed your high school and then already studied for 1 year at the university in India, then you can of course skip foundation and then go for the bachelor program. Also, if you passed both parts of JEE, main and advanced, then you can also skip the foundation program and go for the bachelor's. But then you need to make sure that you passed both parts. This doesn't refer to NEET, but for students in technical field, that can be a good option as well. And if you completed your BTech, BCom, BCA, basically the bachelor's degree, then you can go for a master degree in a German university. Now that was easy. What about the grades? The grades also will surprise you in terms of how easy it may seem. If you're looking at the English taught program at the public university, we're talking about 70% of merit, or equivalent of 7.5 CGPA to join the university in English. If you want to study in German language, which we really support, because knowing language in Germany can be very helpful throughout your career, then we're talking about 60% of your merit in +2 or equivalent in CGPA in your bachelor's. And if you want to go for a private university, then we are talking about 50% of merit. The good news is that if you go for a German taught program, for example, you will not require any English language exam like IELTS or GRE or GMAT or TOEFL or whatsoever, because you will learn German, and then you will need a relevant certificate in German language. If you go for an English taught program, then definitely you will require IELTS or TOEFL for a public university, and sometimes you can waive that if you studied already in English if you go for a private university. So again, if you go to study in English, you will require in the public university, you will require IELTS or TOEFL. If you go for a German taught program, you will need to learn German. And if you go for a private university, then there is an opportunity to skip any language examination. And here I would like to pass over to my colleague, Mr. Imran, who will take from here and tell you everything about settling down and what you need to do to find a great job in Germany. You're not audible, Imran.
Audible? Yes, am I audible now?
Yes.
Thank you very much, Senia. Thank you for a wonderful introduction of Germany. So mainly we have covered till now three main aspects. First of all, what we did is quality of life. You have given very good or beautiful insights about Germany as a nation, as a country, as a culture. After this, you will be talking about affordability. How affordable is Germany? Affordable not only in terms of living, but the main thing or main attraction towards Germany, which most of us already know, is that education in German state universities are funded by the government. Okay, so this is quite incredible advantage for all international students who are looking for coming in a foreign country for higher education. So not only the living expenses are affordable, but also there are no fees in terms of tuition. There are no tuition fees in the state universities. Third important aspect that you have covered today is the quality of education. And you have given us wonderful insights about there are a lot of universities. There are around 18,000 degree programs to choose from. There are a lot of technical programs, interdisciplinary programs starting from A to Z. Whatever someone wants to study would be possible. And then you have walked us through the eligibility criteria. different programs, English taught programs, very attractive for international students in the state universities. Then we have German taught program you have spoken about. Third thing was private universities, which are also in demand, offering specially program related to business, management, finance, tourism, hospitality, and so on. If you can again, if it is possible for you, Senia, to share the screen, and you can share the screen and put the presentation so that I can continue because my browser is blocking. But anyway, I will continue here. The next topic that we would like to discuss and cover or put light on it after having known the advantages of world-class education and affordable education, the other most important aspect for students, not only for students, but also for the family, for the parents, are the career and job opportunities. How good are the opportunities in Germany? First of all, it's very important to know the country, the dynamics, the economy. Economy of the country is very important to look at before making the decision of choosing that particular country for higher education. In general, Germany has the fourth strongest economy in the world. This is Europe's most rich country in terms of having the biggest and strongest economy. Once again, Germany has the biggest economy in Europe. This is one of the main indicators because the industry, if industry is strong, this is the indicator which creates jobs, opportunities for career. Okay, so Germany has a huge industry base and which already attracts international students and professionals to come and work in German companies. Being a student in a German university, all of you are allowed to work part time to earn your own living expenses. Mostly, this is the case in a lot of country. There are some countries, very popular countries, even don't offer part time jobs. But important factor is not only having permission of part time jobs, but also to have jobs available. I can tell you many number of countries where students are allowed to work, but actually jobs are not there. There are no jobs available for students because the economy of the country does not support. So if we talk about Germany, as the economy is very strong, there are millions of jobs available during your study program. So as a student, you are allowed to work 20 hours per week, which is a part-time job. But if you have holidays or semester breaks, you are allowed to work full time to earn enough money which would be enabling you to survive in Germany. You don't have to ask your family, you don't have to ask your friends to give you money again and again for the living expenses. Last but not least, under this topic, Germany also offers post-study work. Every successful student or graduate at bachelor's or master's level, you will be given 1.5 year, 18 months job search visa. It's an automatic process. As soon as you complete your education in Germany, you will get 1.5 year job search visa for post study work. This job search visa is given only to look for a job. Look for a job in your relevant field of study. As soon as you get the job, this job search visa is converted either into work permit or so-called blue card. So blue card is also a very important attractions towards European Union. So once you get a job in Germany, as jobs are there, as economy supports the industry and jobs, the rate of unemployment is very low. So you get a job and this job search visa is converted into a work permit or so-called blue card. Okay. The advantages of work permit and blue card I will be definitely discussing in one of my later slides if slides are visible to you. But what I can see from this system that's I am unable to share my screen. But anyway, I will continue. I actually wanted to show you a big cloud of lot of multinational, huge, big, middle-sized, and small-sized companies in Germany. Okay, but this is usually possible also if you can go to Google and search different German companies. You will find the names and the list of all the companies. What we're talking about is actually awesome career opportunities. Main aim of going abroad is not only to get a degree, but also to get a chance either to work, get a job, gain some practical experience. If someone want to go back to their home country afterwards, definitely, or importantly, is to get settled in that particular country. Okay, so Germany is one of the very few countries in the world which is still welcoming and open. If you would like to stay in Germany for long term, if you want to settle in Germany forever, all of these options are offered by Germany. Okay, uh, this job search visa would be converted into work permit first of all at the first stage, and once you have worked between 2.5 to 3 years time. If you have worked permanently after completion of your studies between 2.5 years to 3 years, okay, you are now entitled to apply for PR, permanent residency of Germany. Okay, and after working only 1.5 year in Germany, you have the working rights to move on to any 27 or 29 of the Schengen states. Okay, if you will continue live in Germany, stay in Germany after getting the PR, and if you have worked further 2 years, you are now entitled even to apply and get German nationality, to obtain German passport. So just on the side, German passport has the number 2 ranking in the world. It's on the number 2, which means number second strongest passport in the world. So having German passport, you don't need to get and apply for the visa for more than 150 countries almost. Okay. So this is how strong is German passport. Once again, for the recap, once you get a work permit or blue card, you need to work in Germany between 2.5 to 3 years to get the permanent residency of Germany. And you would also have a working right of after 1.5 year of working in Germany to move on to any other Schengen state. If you have worked for 2 years after getting the PR, you would be entitled to apply for German nationality. So these are some of the benefits. One very important aspect that we have missed previously is popular fields of studies. Which fields of studies are most popular in Germany? Definitely, on the top rank, it is technical fields or engineering fields. Anything related to engineering or technical stream is the most popular program international students are seeking to come to Germany to study for. Okay, we have about 40 different types of engineering programs, including whatever you have always heard, like mechanical engineering, civil engineering, electrical engineering, electronics engineering, construction engineering, automobile engineering, aeronautical engineering, aviation engineering, aerospace engineering. So whatever you have always heard of from your home country, this is much more than that available in Germany. Okay, around 40 different types of engineering programs. There are lots of programs which are interdisciplinary also. For example, you have studied mechanical engineering. Let's, for the sake of example, it's not only the mechanical engineering, you can take it further at master's level. You can go for industrial engineering. You can go for mechatronics. You can go for automation. You can go for automobile engineering. You can go for aeronautical engineering. Even you can go for engineering management programs. So these are all of the interdisciplinary programs. There are a lot of them available in German universities. Second most important field of study is their students look at definitely related to business, management, accounting, and finance. All programs are available. Anything related to business and management, anything related to accounting, finance, statistics, whatever related to this commerce or management sciences field. Third most important subject or area of studies are anything related to medicine or biomedical related program. Germany is one of the leading nation in terms of having research opportunities. There are lots of, again, interdisciplinary programs: biomedical sciences, biomedical engineering, molecular biology, biotechnology, food sciences, health sciences. We have nutrition and food science, nutrition sciences. So these are all the programs. Also, dentistry, pharmacy, veterinary, all of the program related to medicine and biomedical stream. These are the third most popular study programs or areas where students are coming to Germany to take it further. Okay. And last but not least, we have also a lot of program related to art, media, humanities, social sciences. Theoretically, or honestly to say, there are around 18,000 degree program for all of the related streams. Whatever you have taken up, whatever you have studied in your bachelor, you will find a lot of program either in the same stream available for masters, or in the interdisciplinary domain, or in the neighboring domain. Okay, so there is a huge choice of study programs available, which you can choose from. We have discussed previously, Ms. Senia has given quite a good overview about different types of study programs available. One of the most popular is definitely English taught masters program. As I know that all of you are doing or going to completing or going to complete your bachelor degree from Integral University. So only master study programs can come into account. So programs are available which are taught in English. You definitely have to have a little better grades at the end, little better CGPA for the competition. On the other hand, second study program, which is even more popular, is German taught programs. German taught programs comprises of about 95% of the programs overall available in Germany. Okay, because especially for those get a very good career, get a long-term residence or settlement in Germany, for those, importantly to understand is that if you speak, if you know German language, or if you have gone through the German system, you have many fold better chances to be successful in Germany, if as compared to those who came to Germany for English stream. Okay, although both of the streams are available, English taught programs are there and German taught programs are there. Third thing that we informed you previously was definitely private universities. So private universities are mainly, I mean, private institutions where you would be paying tuition fees every semester. On the other hand, in the German state universities, doesn't matter if it is English taught program or German taught program, there would be no tuition fees to be paid. Okay, only thing that you need to take care is your living expenses. Initially, your parents or family can support you, but then once you are in Germany, you are allowed to work. You can earn enough money to survive at your own. You don't need to ask or seek for help further. Those who would, sometimes the question comes to the mind, what about the German taught program? What is the structure of German language? There are, I mean, similar like IELTS or TOEFL. At the end of the program, you need to pass test of German as foreign language after completion of the preliminary, intermediate, and advanced level of German language. There are 5 levels, namely A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, and the last level is the exam. Okay. Um, Usually, what important is, please note it down. There are different steps involved to make you successful, to be successful, to become a successful student and a successful employee afterwards. There are different aspects. At Integral University, they have a wonderful career assessment team. Together with us, we would be able to help you, all of you guys, to do a personal career assessment. We can, those who are interested, we can arrange different sessions to do a personal career assessment. Okay. In this assessment, it is a scientific tool where you are going to answer different questions. It is a 20 minutes, 25 minutes session. At the end of this session, you will be getting a 20 pages report, which shows the different levels of happiness in different careers or domains, the level of success in different career and domain. So this would help you to decide a particular program and a particular university. At the end of the day, we together with Integral will be helping you deciding about a program as well as the university. We will be able to assist you with all the processes regarding preparation of the documents, choosing a university, application, as well as we would be helping you also for the filing of the visa. Lot of people also seek assistance. Definitely we would be there to assist you with all the logistics, especially your safe and smooth arrival in Germany, cultural integration, getting to know Germany from the very beginning. Even those who are interested, we would definitely be able to teach you German language also, because we have a good collaboration and cooperation with integral universities. Last but not least, in a lot of times students are gaining all of these information, but they are unaware of how much expenses they should incur in order to be successful, to come to Germany, to live here, and to complete their education. Okay. Every student, regardless of the level of their education, for the student visa, you need to have a certain amount of money in your account, in your own account, to show the German embassy that you can survive in Germany at least for 1 year. Okay. This amount is around 10,000 euros. So this is mandatory for everyone, regardless of the English taught public university program, German taught public university program, or private university program. Everyone should be having around 10,000 euro in your account to show that you have enough money to survive in Germany, at least for first year. Every university has, on one hand, there is no tuition fees, but universities have semester registration fees, which varies between 250 to 350 euros for whole semester. By paying this money, you will be getting a semester registration ticket. This ticket is helpful to travel in the whole area or the whole city or sometimes in the whole state in the public transport free of cost. Okay. On this semester ticket, you will be able to withdraw the material, the books, use the public libraries or the university libraries. You will get cheap food, cheap entrance. So it has a lot of advantages, this ticket. Everyone coming to Germany need health insurance. So the health insurance amount varies between 50 euro to 85 euros, depending on which level of education you are in. For example, for pathway students, initially for the first year, it would cost 50 euros. Once your university starts, it would be around 85 euros. Private universities offering English taught programs in English, their fees again varies between 5,500 euros per semester to 7,500 euro per semester. If I sum up, for the living, again, definitely it depends how you live, how much you spend, but as an average student, you would be requiring 650 euros to 850 euros per month for your accommodation, for your food, for your local traveling, for your insurance, and for your utility bills, which covers all the living expenses together. On average, 650 to 850. It also depends in which city, in which state do you live or do you go to university. Okay. So what we have covered till now, overall, there were five different aspects. Quality of life, how good it is to be in Germany. Affordability, very affordable. We have shown you a slide which compares education costs in USA, in UK, in Australia, in Ireland, as well as in Germany. Okay. So definitely Germany is the most affordable education offering country. Even if you will calculate one day, getting education in Germany is even cheaper than getting education in India, because there is no tuition fees. On the other hand, students are allowed to work. The minimum official wage is around 9.8 euros per hour. And you can calculate this. If you are allowed to work 20 hours in a week, how much money you would be if only getting 9.8 euros per hour. So in a week, you would be able to earn around 200 euros. And in 4 weeks time, you would earn approximately 800 euros, which is more than enough to live for the whole month. And by working only 20 hours, what does international student do usually is in the week, usually they attend their lessons, they go to university, but on over the weekend, 2 days or 2.5 days, they work and complete their 20 hours, and they have enough money that they don't have to ask their parents. It was about affordability. Then we have discussed about world-class education. How good is it to study in Germany? I don't know how many of you have known this fact that Germany itself stands for quality, not only in the sector of manufacturing and industry, also in services. Education comes under services. Germany has produced about 100 Nobel Prize winners, which shows and indicates the level and the quality of education offered in the state universities. I'm talking about the state universities graduates only. Next point we have discussed was the career opportunities, work permit, and blue card. Okay, so these were the 5 aspects that we have discussed today in our session. At the end of the session, I have done the comparison. What are the main aspects that you should consider before choosing one destination? How good is the quality? How affordable it is for me? How good are the chances of getting a good career, a job, experience, or even settlement in that particular country? So these are 3 or 4 factors. Please always remember, whenever you think about a country, you need to go online, do your research, make a comparison, and then decide about that particular country. In my last slide, I have shown you how much expense is required. Doesn't matter which stream, English, German, or private university you are looking for, or you would decide at the end how much money is required generally to invest for Germany. And this would be the only one-time investment initially for you, because later on there is no fees, as well as you can earn your own expenses by working part-time, or if you have semester breaks, you can work full-time. It would be definitely enough to live in Germany and survive in Germany. Now we would we'll come and go to our last slide, which definitely shows. Senior, if you can move on to the last slide. The last one. Yes, this was the expense overview. Please stop it here. If someone want to make a small screenshot or photo, you are welcome. This would help you to prepare financially. You can discuss this with your parents or arrange the funds before deciding or coming to Germany. And the last slide shows. Senior, next slide, please. Yes. We are open for the questions. I hope the session, which has covered almost all the aspects that one should know before deciding about any destination, particularly about Germany. And we are open for all of the questions you guys have. Please feel free to interact, ask questions, clarify your doubts, or if someone want to add something, if there is some confusion, we are definitely here to assist further.
Thank you, Senia, and thank you, Mr. Imran, for the insightful information. I'm getting a number of questions and queries from the audience, and here's one question which I'm seeing repeatedly being asked by a number of students. And this question is about this question, I think, is more suitable for Senia. That how is the social and cultural acceptability of the students from Asia in the German society?
As I said, well, first of all, thank you very much for being active and posing the questions. It's really nice to see students active. As I said, Germany is very small, but it's also, here's my colleague Steven, very intercultural as well, not only in terms of bringing international students, but also in terms of our own culture. But having said that, Germans, both institutionally and individually, are very much open towards international students, towards international tourists, and so on. And I would say it's totally safe for people of all the nationalities to be living in Germany, no matter where you will be living. Of course, Berlin is a capital and it's the most international and multicultural city. But I myself, for example, studied in a very small place, which is about 70,000 people only. And it was also totally safe and international, and students coming from all over the world. And more importantly, more important, I think, is that it's important for students to remember that it's not an obstacle to find a job when you are an international student or international graduate, right? It doesn't matter where you come from as long as you possess the necessary skills. And very often, being international actually gives you advantage, especially if the company is working on some international level, right? You guys already speak very good English, better than many Germans, I would say, and that totally gives you advantage in some not only international projects but also within the company. So there's no discrimination based on nationality to find a job or just to be living here and getting any services. So it's totally safe, and we encourage you guys to look into this opportunity.
I would like to sum up this with one line. So my experience of my students is Germany. I have seen only one country in the world because I am very well traveled. That every single person coming from any country has the same opportunity. Okay, this is how I want to sum up. Everyone has the same opportunity to achieve something. So there is no discrimination about your race, about your color, about your religion, about whatever. So if you are a skilled person, you are the one who are going to get the job.
Okay, thank you so much. I think my students must have, and their parents must have been satisfied by your answers, Anya. And Imran, one more question that I have in front of me is that what are the chances of getting a job in Germany after course completion? One, and extension to this question is how long can I stay back in Germany after I complete my course?
Great.
I think
I
Imran,
think
you can
this.
take up this answer.
Sure, I will. How good are the chances to get a job? It has a different aspect. If someone will tell you you will get the job, this is the wrong answer. Okay, we need to look at it in a different way. First of all, if jobs are available, very important, if jobs are available in the country. Second thing, if you are allowed to work. Okay, so if jobs are there and you are allowed to work, company is looking for someone and you are the person who will satisfy the demand or requirement of the company, definitely you will get a job. And this is the case in Germany because they are huge company base. The problem of Germany is their aging population. I think Miss Senia has mentioned this in the very beginning. Important to understand. Germany has a problem of more old people than young. On the other hand, strongest economy in Europe. Somehow they need to keep it running, which means new people are required. At the moment, we have about 400,000 international students studying in German universities. 400,000. Can you imagine? This indicates the opportunities in Germany. So jobs are there. You are allowed to work. The only thing you need to have is right set of skills. That you have completed your degree program. You know the domain of the job. You have the skills which an employer is looking for. And if I would like to answer it in one or two sentences, those who have gone through German education system or those who speak good German language, they will immediately get a job. The fields like or areas like IT, okay, or sometimes management. This is fine. You can also get a job even if you don't speak German at all. But in all other fields, especially in biomedical, especially in technical and engineering field, it is important to have good German language knowledge, which you can obtain or gain before coming to Germany, while staying in Germany, after completion of your degree program. This would dramatically increase the chances of getting a job.
Okay, thank you, Imran. I have just time for one more question, and it's very coming in that for taking admission in master's program, is it necessary to qualify any specific exam, or is it based on general merit obtained at bachelor's program?
There are a couple of requirements. We have shown the slide. First of all, we need to define. We need to define if if I am looking for English taught program or if I am looking for a German taught program. Between these two, it varies. The CGPA required or the percentage of marks required are different. For English taught, purely English taught program, the requirement for CGPA is little higher than getting into a German taught program. The reason behind this is there are fewer programs available which are taught in English than the programs which are offered in German medium. So for English taught program, definitely university need to see either you have IELTS or you have TOEFL or any equivalent English language exam. Some universities also accept the medium of instruction of your previous education. If it was English, it is fine. You can skip this IELTS or TOEFL as well. So these are the two main requirements for English taught program for at state universities. For German taught program, even IELTS or TOEFL or GMAT, it is not required at all.
Thank you, Mr. Imran and Sanya. There are a lot of more questions which I think when we send out the certificates, we'll be leaving some numbers on that students can directly put in their queries on that number and ask. Now, this brings us to the end of the webinar. I am happy that most of the queries have been sorted. May I now ask Dr. Nilanjan Mukherjee to please thank our audience and the panelists. Dr. Mukherjee.
Thank you very much to the esteemed panelists, Mr. Imran and Ms. Senia, for your time and your invaluable insights. Really enjoyed this presentation very thoroughly and very happy to see the level of information sharing that you've given to us and our students about Germany as a destination for study and career. We shall continue to do similar activities, students, for our larger audience who wish to study abroad in the coming months. My best wishes to all the participants for a great future ahead. We will be sharing contact details for all students who wish to gain further insight about this topic about working and studying in Germany. That will be all from me. Thank you very much. A really insightful and informative afternoon that we've had. Thank you, my guest, to joining in from Berlin directly. I really appreciate that. Over to Dr. Sufia. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Imran, and thank you, Senia, once again, and thank you, audience, for joining us.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the audience also that they were patient and listening to us. And I hope that this would help them clarify their doubts and or at least prepare their mind what to look at if you decide to go to any country in the world. Okay.
Yeah. On behalf of Integral University, I express my gratitude to both of you to have expressed these informative slides with us and shared all this information with us. I'm sure it will be very, very valuable going forward. Thank you.
Looking forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.